So a religion is the belief in and worship. The belief in and worship together of a superhuman power or powers, especially a God, as in one God, or multiple gods. Notice the last two statements had ors, and the first statement had an and. You can see it like this if you want to, for what it literally means. Or you can see it as however you'd like to see it. But for me personally, right now, I'm going to see that statement for what it literally says. A religion is the belief in and worship of. You have to do them both. You can't just do one. As it says, faith without works is death. James 2:17. I'm just going to call this video GodSoul Talk. Just want to talk. Just want to tell you things real quick. So, the thing is, a religion, in order to be religious or in order to apply the word religion effectively, you'd have to have a belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers. So here's my thing here. I have the belief in a superhuman power. But as far as worshiping a superhuman power, no. I'm not worshiping anything anymore. Especially seeing as how everything to worship is not necessarily something I find to be a superior necessity in my life. Why? Why don't you find worshiping something or worshiping what everybody believes to be superhuman a necessity? Why not? Because it's not about to pay anything for me. It's only going to cost me. It's not about to benefit me in any way. It's only going to deviate, be a detriment in some kind of way. Me personally, I just have the belief in the superpower and the superhuman power. Why do I just have the belief in it? Because it's like, what is keeping me alive right now? How am I here? I recognize this body I'm inside of. I recognize the situation. I recognize where I'm at. I recognize I have flesh and bone, organs. I recognize that I have blood and snot and boogers. I recognize that a lot of things can happen to me, as those things happen to many things in reality. I recognize these things about myself. But what about them? What do they tell me? It tells me things like there's a lot more to learn, there's a lot more to grow towards, there's a lot more to have, there's a lot more to obtain. But then it also tells me that there was something major that took place for me to have what I got. Man, you mean to tell me copulation was something major to give you life? Would you not agree that the process of human creation or human rebirth and or the process in which gave the first person his life, would you not agree that something very super powerful took place, or supernatural, something very super amazing took place to ensure that would manifest? Would you not agree? What are we? I mean, I know now, but those are just nine-dimensional thoughts. So, but you don't know jack squat. So I'm just gonna keep telling you until you know what? I'm gonna keep saying this. I say things like I'm gonna make you take care of yourself. I'm gonna make you love yourself. I'm gonna make you value human life. I'm gonna make you unite. Da 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 da. I'm gonna make you do this, make you do that. Right? I say things like that, but in reality, what can I really make you do? Nothing. I'm just gonna say things out loud. If you buy them, you buy them. If you don't, you don't. Of course, I have many, many ways to prove all the things I am saying to you. It would be best if every religious belief on this planet came to one belief system, soul theocracy. I tell you things like that, but are you going to buy them? Are you going to execute them? It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not about to force you to do anything. I can't. I mean, by me saying things out loud, the way I'm saying them out loud, yeah, I'm forcing you to some degree, but it's only by way of your interests, or only by way of what piques your interests. You know what? That spirit, mind, ego kind of philosophy sounds like a interesting thing to look into. I may look into it. You know what? That soul emotional intelligence thing sounds kind of interesting to look into. I may look into it. Or that soul emotional instinctive intelligence. That sounds interesting. I may look into it. You know? You know, what makes my physical body my physical body? What makes it so unique? How do I have the ability to control and imagine and put things into reality that I desire to be into reality? This is just GodSoul Talk. I'm just saying random things. How do I have these abilities to write, read? I mean, of course, I did the studying and whatnot. How do I have the ability to study? How do I have the ability to apply what I've learned into the world? How do I have the capabilities? How am I magnificent? How are you magnificent? Do you believe you're magnificent, or do you believe you're a joke? Do you believe I'm a joke? Do you believe, or can you believe that you are something in this world? Do you want to believe you're something? Do you feel like I should believe I'm something? What makes you want to be? Why are you being it? If you know what you want to be and are accepting yourself being it, that makes sense to you. One thing I noticed about the people of the world, or at least in the videos I've seen of them, and then of course the people all around in the public area of America, or at least should I say the state I'm in, which is Oklahoma for the time being. One thing I noticed about Oklahoma people, everybody's just doing things. There's a lot of ice out here for people to get their hands on. A lot of drug influences in Oklahoma. I choose no to drugs. Big time no. Big time rejection of drugs. My direction. If it takes away my mind's capabilities when I need my mind to be at its most best throughout the day, I reject it as much as I possibly can. But let's never forget, everything out here is only out here to ensure you cannot hold on to your mind all the way at all. Let's never forget that part. Let's never forget why things that cause you to lose your mind are out here. Let's never forget why they are. Let's never forget who's putting them out here or what's putting them out here. Let's never forget what is telling said things to put said mind-altering objects into our world. Why are they even out here? Yeah, I get the idea of, oh man, it's your choice, right? You can choose, especially if you know what it is now, you can choose not to participate or choose not to use it or choose not to consume it or partake in it. But then I just continuously ask the question, why is it even out here in the first place? Why is it even out here in the first place, in the quantity that it is out here? How much longer are you all going to be blind of the fact that there are a group of people ensuring we will have nothing but poison in our lives every single day, step and inch we live them? If you all believe this world is, or this the infrastructure of what is this good, it is not at all. Believe whatever you want to believe, though. I believe you can all do good. You just have to choose to do good. I believe we can all do good. We just have to choose to do good. We have to realize how we're doing bad first. How are we doing bad? How are we doing bad right now? What's causing us to do bad? Like, what does it mean to be bad? What is it? What is bad? What is bad, anyways? Bad is when you are living your life intentionally at the expense of others. That's bad. Just an example, not the actual definition. But bad is when you are, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna just use that for an example. Bad is when you are trying or trying to succeed in life, or trying to succeed in life in whatever kind of way you wish to succeed in life. It's not natural, especially be that it will be at the expense of others. Real quick, in order to make this example stronger, I'm gonna say this right quick. Another reason why I keep saying, or multiple men, why I agree with multiple men who believe women shouldn't lead. Here's why I believe women shouldn't lead: because only the spirit soul should. Only the spirit soul should lead. So I believe neither women nor men should lead. Only the spirit soul should lead. That's what I believe. Because the spirit soul is the true God, in my opinion. So I believe God should lead, not women or men. I believe God should lead. I believe God should lead us. The one internal. That's what I believe personally. So I started the video off talking about a superhuman power or powers. I believe all of humanity is God. I believe God is inside of humanity. I believe God is within us. And I believe God is the power within our human makeup that gives us our ability to move, to go. I believe God gives us our abilities to have our own individual unique styles of motion whenever we choose to execute said motion, depending on how we decide to go into our motion, depending on how we decide to go within our motion, go within our motion, go within our motion. Where do our abilities to go in our motion come from? Our superhuman abilities and or the power inside of us in which gives us our abilities to be. You see, I believe this power should lead us, not us, nor the external illegal government either. The power within us should lead us. This is what I personally believe. This is why I keep telling you all things like, well, this is why I keep saying in my content or what I've been posting online, all the things that'll gear up your minds to just crush the so-called politicians and all the so-called governments of the world and things of that nature. Have the mind to beat them, the smarts, the intelligence. I don't necessarily like being called smart. I would just consider it awareness and or having a foundation of knowledge. What's in your knowledge? What's in your knowledge? Remember like that one commercial, what's in your wallet? Yeah, what's in your knowledge? You know, what's in your foundation of knowledge? What's in your knowledge? You got any swords in there? Oh yeah, GodSoul Talk. So yeah, I believe that this God soul in us, this Sun God soul in us, or God Sun soul in us, I believe that this God Sun soul power in us, or this I God Sun soul power in us. Yeah, I God Sun soul power. Just to say 4 words. This I God Sun soul power in us. Maybe not. But I believe that this power in us, this super part of us, I believe it's a super part of us, you see. And since it's a super part of us, that would give us a superhuman capability maybe, right? And what is a religion? A religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods, you see. And God, according to what it literally means, the creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. Well, our morals is of our character. Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Everybody has a moral standard, because you want to know what morals are? Morals, well, the current definition before my influence takes over says this. Morals are concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior. Everybody has a behavior. Everybody has the ability to analyze right or wrong behavior. Everybody has the ability to have concern with the principles of right or wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. Human character, human character. See? Everybody has character, so that means everybody has mental and moral qualities. Everybody has a behavior that can be recognized and analyzed and studied. Everything has a behavior that can be analyzed, recognized, and studied. And God is the source of all moral authority. I didn't say the source of all immoral authority. No, God is the source of all moral authority. The true God is the source of all moral authority. Not immoral, moral. Yeah? So that means that our superhuman power rest within our moral capabilities and or our moral qualities. Our superhuman powers rest within our moral qualities. Why do I say the word concern in the definition of word morals? Because, like I said, if my influence takes over, the definition of the word morals is going to get a makeover, and it's going to become awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior, not concern with the principles of right and wrong behavior. Awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior in the goodness or badness of human character. Why do I say awareness versus concern? Because awareness has having or showing knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. And to be concerned is to be fearful and or anxious of something. Worried, troubled about it. Why would you want to be worried and or troubled about the goodness or badness of human character? Why not just be aware of it? You see? Moving forward though. And God is the source of all things concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior. God is the source of all things concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior, or the goodness or badness of human character. Or God is the source of all awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior. Meaning God is the power of insight. God is the power of perception. God is the power of life. God is the power of giving. God is the power of love, period. Not much needs to be said after that. But God is the energy that is good all the time. So that means that our superhuman power is a good one all the time, you see. Why do I say it doesn't need to be worshipped? Why would you want to worship service? I believe in it, and I have a belief in it, but as far as me worshiping it, I don't think I need to. I just think I need to let it be. And let myself go within it. Or should I say, let go and let my service energy have me? Is that what I'm ultimately saying? Should I say, let go and let service energy? Let go and let God, right? That's then you saying, let go and let service energy. In a sense, that's what you're saying. Well, right now, people are fighting against the nature of God being in their lives. People are fighting against the nature of God being in their lives? How? How is it possible to stop the nature of God from being in your lives? This is GodSoul Talk. I just want to have some GodSoul Talk with y'all, man. That's really what I would just love to do at least a few times, is just to be the one directly there having this type of GodSoul Talk with you. This is GodSoul Talk. That's what I'm going to call it, GodSoul Talk. So, how are people fighting against the nature of God's soul being in their lives? How are people fighting against the nature of God's soul being in their lives? How? How is it possible? When they come with it, and it is them, and it is their superhuman power to believe in. I'm not religious. I just believe in this power in me. I don't worship it though. I just believe it's in me. Why do I believe it's in me? Because I'm alive to experience it in me. But how can one fight against this nature being in their lives? It should be very, very, very simple to answer that question, my dear brother or sister who may have said that question and rose it up in my spirit as I was getting ready to talk. you fight against love being in your life. If you want to fight against God's soul nature, that's how you fight against it. The way you fight against God, keep love out of your life. In other words, spend all of your days race-hating, man-hating, practicing foul sexuality. All of your days in a digital space, consumed by greed, money, and desires for it. Spend all of your days killing each other because you live 5 blocks in the wrong direction. Spend all of your days mutilating your body, altering your image, and eating each other by way of cannibalism. Spend all of your days baptized in lies. Because the power of this nature is the truth. This superhuman power is the truth here. It's a literal part of who and or what you are. God. Unconditional love. I don't believe in race. I don't believe in ethnicity really either. I don't believe in landmass titles. I don't believe in the majority of the things you all believe in. I just believe we as the genetic species that we are came from the source of unconditional love we came from. That's what I believe in. We came from a source of unconditional love. But that's the main thing I believe in there. On the birth certificate and on my birth records and all those things there, it will tell you that I came from a place known as Detroit, Michigan. Born and raised, Detroit, Michigan, huh? That's the region of land colonized to be called what it is that I came from. Detroit, Michigan. Part of me misses Detroit because of the people there. But other than that, snow, gang wars, can't go anywhere really. I'm straight being out the hood. It just turns out when I got out the hood, I ran into the reason why I became one. And now I deal with it every single day of my life. Recessive genealogy. You know, but we act like they're not the problem here. But then again, are they? Nah, they're not. They're just doing what the actual problem is telling them to do. As everybody is. If you go to work and or you have to have a job to survive, if you are obligated to eat any of this food out here, any of it, even the fruits and vegetables, I guarantee you the fruits and vegetables give you a stomach ache. That's supposed to be the healthiest part of everything. And yet there's a small selection of fruits and vegetables in every grocery store. They're all surrounded by the deli section, and then you got them surrounded by beer, or you got them surrounded by all that fake lab meat that's been blended up and dumped into a pot. Who's putting in what is necessary for these things to be created and produced into society? Who's giving power to the beast? Believe whatever you want, though. It's just too many things that want us dead in our lives. I don't want those things in our lives. I love you all so much. I love you so much. I just really want to have some GodSoul Talk with y'all, man. So many solutions I would have for you on site. Just you ask me a question, I got a whole answer for you lined up, and then some. Interrupt. Talk over me or something. It's all going to be useful. It's all going to be useful. We're all going towards the same goal. We're all marching towards the same mission. We all are. We working together here, yo. This is GodSoul Talk. I don't believe women should lead, and I don't believe men should lead. I believe the spirit soul should. I believe we are all constituents of the spirit soul. I believe this is our superhuman power. Do I worship this energy? No, I just let it be within my life. Because it is something good to have in my life, and it is an energy that doesn't even lead me. It just gives me a chance to lead myself. It is a service energy. It's crazy, right? All that we've learned about God growing up. We learned that we're supposed to give our all to God. Serve Him. Be obedient to God's ways. Turns out, flip it all. Reawakening done. Fusion done. Rejection of all evil in the works. Keeping it out of your space. Soon to manifest. It's just a reverse, man. It's technically a reverse. If you have a center, if you have a religion you practice, and there is a centered deity that you are told to worship with all of thine heart, mind, soul, and physical strength, with all of thine heart, mind, soul, and physical strength, you are told to worship this deity. Flip that. Flip it. What's the opposite of worship? This is why I'm always careful with the words. Because, see, I think like in the intricate details. Because, see, the opposite of worship is to what? Resent or to repel? No. You don't necessarily want to do that. See, there. Okay, then, there you go. My balance stand, the balance stand, right there. The medium in the middle. The fastest way to reawaken, the fastest way, especially to the Christians, just come to the medium then. Come to the midst in your vision of God. Come to your knowledge. Oh, I just need to get in there with you and talk to you. You're all an astounding people. One thing I noticed too, here, I'll say these things, then I'm going to close out the video. So, God's talk. Everybody says that God's word this and God's word that. I personally believe that God does not talk because I don't physically hear a voice from him. Meaning I don't hear the sky screaming at me night and day, do this, do that, do this, and do that. I don't hear the sky screaming at me saying these things. This is why I don't believe God talks. However, doing the knowledge and doing the research and doing the studying that I've done, I realize how God actually talks. through you. You're the one with the soul. You're the one speaking for the power. You speak for the power. You speak for it. I cherish and admire that now alone. I cherish and admire that. Another thing too. Fear God, revere God, things of that nature. Reverence. I'll definitely apply that. But as far as the fear, what does the word fear mean? Fear defines as an unpleasant emotion. Meaning what God is, an emotion, not unpleasant one though, not an unpleasant one, just an emotion. Motion, motion, motion. Rest of the definition of fear, caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. God is not an unpleasant emotion inside of me. This power is not unpleasant inside of me. It's very good. Feels great. Nothing threatening or dangerous about it at all. It just feels good to just let be in my life. So I'm not going to fear God then. No, not at all. I'm not going to fear my soul. I'm not going to fear myself. I believe we're constituents of God, not something to be afraid of. We are not something to be afraid of. We should not be afraid of we. This is how I see it. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farming in that order. I don't want the second thing until I get the first thing. And it ain't sure don't want the third thing until I get the second thing, and so on. Therefore, unto you all I pray. Peace, love, unity, and advancement forever.